All right. And we are live, Charity. We are live, Charity. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's a very busy day for you. And just as we are settling down, let's just make sure that we are all hooked up on our Facebook Live. I'm just making sure that I have my stream on and working. And yes, we are good to go. So great. Welcome to Tuesday Talks at 3, Charity. It's good to have you here yet again. So to my audience,
thank you.
Welcome.
We come a long way off.
I know. And you know, people wanted you back because of you're a woman of diversity. You've got so much going on for you. And today you're here to talk to us about something different from what you did the last time. And that just is a testimony to the different hats that you wear. So I'm just trying to organize my screen here and make sure that I am on the right page. I don't go doing interesting things here. Okay, yes, so we are good to go. So welcome to Tuesday Talks at 3, which is a platform for women where we help one another in our daily journey as we go through the sphere of life, or some of you will know it as the wheel of life. My name is Lucy Macridis, and I'm the founder of Lmc Consultancy and an expert in helping women get unstuck and onto their true potential through unlocking their limiting beliefs. I am a certified life coach, I'm a mentor, I'm an online facilitator, and I'm so excited that we have this Tuesday Talks at 3 sessions, because it also helps me, much as I am able to bring you guests like the way we have Charity today, to share a pie of their lives. It helps me a lot because I am a life coach, and it's all about life experiences that I am bringing, you know, just to bring it a gentler face, because life can be harsh. The realities of life can be harsh. So we bring you opportunities. We bring you ideas of how you can deal with the failures in your life as you're walking on to success. In fact, somebody said to me the other day that same path that leads you to success is the same path that could lead you to failure. It's just a matter of decisions that you make along the way. What do you think about that, Charity? I found it very profound. What are your thoughts on that?
That's actually very profound and very true, actually. It's the same path. The same path, it depends on the choices that you make.
Yeah, it is the same path.
The back stops with you. Yeah.
And the back stops with you, exactly, because at the end of the day, what is it that you're doing? What decisions have you made? How are you moving on from point A to B? Now that you have been faced with a failure, what are you doing about it? It is so important for you to be able to step into that kind of thought space. But anyway, I get ahead of myself. So just an introduction on Lmc Consultancy. We are a life coaching company, and we basically offer life coaching sessions for groups and for one-on-ones. But the great one coming up for these holidays is the lady in waiting. So if you've got a teenage girl, or preteen from the age of 12 up to the age of 18, then we have got something for you and for her, because we would like her to gracefully transition into society. You ask me how? We cover things like deportment, you know, the way you carry yourself. It is a dying art. And when you look around and just look around at people and how they sit up and how they speak and how they talk, the person that I always love to give the girls an example of is our First Lady, Margaret Kenyatta. And the way her deportment is just on point. I mean, Charity, if you think about it, every time you see her, I mean, now COVID has really limited our opportunities to see her, but every time you saw her, the way she sat, the way she crossed her ankles and had her legs to the side, the way she had her hands on her lap, and basically her resting face was so pleasant. These are the kind of things that we go through when we're looking at the lady in waiting session. So one of them is the art of good manners and deportment, the social etiquette. What I love, Charity, is core values. And I do hope we're going to be covering some core values when we are looking on Forex online trading just core values, things. I mean, earlier on you were talking about discipline. That's already a core value right there and then, we were talking about discipline, weren't we?
Yes, we were talking about discipline, excellence, like one of my tagline, actually my tagline is excellence in all my interactions.
Yes.
So that means whoever it is that I relate to, I have to relate to them in a manner that leaves them positively impacted. So whatever it is that you do, you must have some great values for you to be a success. If you have no values, you'll never be a success at any given point.
So true, so true. And now, can you imagine, Charity, what you're saying now? You're saying to us as adults. Now, at Lmc Consultancy, we bring it to the preteen and the teenagers. And what I realized very quickly is that this kind of core values system that we are bringing to the students, to these young ladies right now, is foreign to them. They've never heard of the word core values because at home, we don't call them core values. We just say, this is what is important. In our home, this is what we do. So when you're teaching a child about discipline, you're not saying that is a core value. You're saying this is what we do at home. This is what we are known for. So then the connection happens for the teenager, and we bring out these core values and we give different scenarios for these young women to be able to identify why this core value is important. And the sharing is so vibrant. So thank you for sharing that with us, Charity. The other thing we do also is social media etiquette. Now, we're talking about tech and life this month here at Lmc Consultancy. And last week, we talked about digital marketing and just leveraging your business, your growing business using tech, and that is digital marketing. Now, these young women, they're all on social media. And some of them are on social media for all the wrong reasons, and they've got no clue. So these are things that we take them through, and it's so exciting doing these exercises with them and just them sharing. It makes you realize that the things that you take for granted, you have learned along the way and perfected, Charity. But when it comes to these young people, it's trial and error. It is trial and error. So Charity, do you have a lady in waiting that you can be bringing to us for this program?
I have many of them, that's for sure.
Oh, we'll be sharing, and all you have to do is just visit us.
They all need it.
Yeah, we just have to visit our Facebook page for the details, and I'll be posting this for this holidays of so that we have an opportunity for these young women to gracefully transition into society. So that is this holidays, and we continue with our other trainings. We've just completed the March cohort of Awakening Self. Time is not lost. We have one in April, so please join us. So what makes me an expert, and I always love to tell this story, 30 years in hospitality, COVID happens, brings us down to our knees. And then I started to wonder, what am I going to do with my life? And I realized that my purpose remained the same, but my journey had to change. The Awakening Self program that I just spoke of was born during this time of COVID. And so far, we've had 3 successful cohorts. Every month, we have held a session. And again, the details are on our Facebook page. It runs from a Monday to a Friday. And note this down, the next dates are 12th of April to the 16th of April. So I found my voice, and I'm beginning to share this voice with my audience, and I'm getting raving views as to how women's lives are being changed. This transformation. So Charity, you're here and you're part of this transformation in this taken life, So once again, karibu sana. So today we consider revenue stream. And this resonates differently for each one of us. When I say revenue streams to you as my audience, I would really love for you to chat in the time and just tell us what comes to mind when I talk about revenue streams, or when you hear that caption, revenue streams, yeah? What comes to mind? So I tend to believe that it resonates differently for each one of us, However, one thing will always remain constant, and that is the opportunity to enhance our income. Who does not want to enhance income? So this is a great session here with Charity today. And she is Charity Githinji by way of introduction. She's the lead consult at Tandaza Africa. And if I miss out anything, Charity, please just jump right in there and reintroduce yourself. We're here to help build one another. Charity wears many hats, and she was recently recognized as one of the top 100 women leaders in tourism in Africa. Can you imagine that? This woman, I'm telling you, is a woman of diversity. Are you seeing she's back? And while we are talking about Charity, would you like to be part of our show? Are you also a person of diversity? Somebody that we can learn something from and help build one another, because this is what we do at Lmc Consultancy. So she's a seasoned brand management and marketeer with extensive knowledge in the hospitality and tourism industry. She's got 27 years under her belt. So that one you can't argue with. You just can't argue with experience. Yeah. And then she's an online Forex trader. And that's what she's here to do. So guys, as I am recognizing who is joining us today, Kavi, karibu sana. Nancy, good to see you again. Sunita, it's been a minute. Great to see you back, Sunita. We've got Phoebe, karibu sana. And then we've got Gishohi, Muriuki. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, it is about tech and life. It's about enhancing our income through the revenue streams that come with Forex trading. But having said that, we would love you to engage with us on matters revenue streams. Yeah? What are your thoughts on its impact in your life? Revenue streams. Or are you one of those people who just sticks to one specific revenue stream? Tell us. Let us unpack this together. Yeah. So share with us what you have done, what works, what doesn't work. And if you're already trading in Forex, please come on and share with us the successes, the downfalls, your journey. Because in sharing your journey, you are helping to build one another. In sharing your journey, you're helping to build one another. I keep on saying the biggest injustice is when we keep our stories to ourselves. So here's your example. Charity is back a second time. She's got more to talk about, and you can do the same thing. So let us help build one another. Now, talking about this March Tech and Life and revenue streams to enhance our income. You know, Charity, I'm just thinking of it in this way. If you just bear with me. I think of something called locus of control. This is what I take my sessions through. Locus of control is one of the units. Now, locus of control, there's three aspects. There's that aspect of an external locus of control where you are sitting back and watching life happening. And sorry, guys, again, with tech and life, my internet connection is unstable, but I do hope you can still hear me. So you can either have an external locus of control where you're sitting back and watching life happen to you, and you're saying you're a victim. You know, in Kiswahili, we say, ina wenyewe. So I'm not going to do Forex trading because ina wenyewe. You know, it's not for somebody like me. I don't have it together in here to do that. Or you could be just a witness and decide you're not doing anything about it, let it move on. That is external. Internal locus of control is when you take control and you want to be able to know what is happening around you, what can I do differently? The downfall to this is that when things do not work, you tend to become anxious and you can easily give up. Then there's the moderate locus of control, where you're in the middle and you know there are certain things that are out of your control and you should not task yourself on that, but task yourself with the things at hand. And recently, my coach just put my focus on this third aspect and how important it is. So I'm bringing it out to you, Charity, because COVID has really taken us into the face of tech and how it affects our life. However, what mindset must I be in, or do you encourage me to be in your opinion, when I want to go to online trading, Forex trading? I mean, in your opinion, what kind of mindset should I embrace?
It's very interesting, Lucy, and you've done a great job as it is, because remember, most of the great things that happen when there's a calamity. So you have a choice, and you have a choice to either look at it positively, or you have a choice to look at things in the negative way. So LMC has been born in this age. It's in the digital space, and it's born in this age where we're having a calamity, but we went out and looked for something to do that is different from what other people are doing, and it's all digital. I would say it's in the digital realm. So same case to trading. I remember when I started off with online forex trading, a lot of people will tell you, "Oh, this is a scam. This is a hoax." Other people say, "I can't do this because I am not destined to be a trader," or people always find excuses. So in life, you have a choice to make, either to live on the positive side of things or the negative side of things. So if you're going to come into the realm of online forex trading, number one, you need to be a disciplined person. So if you're not disciplined, if you're not willing to learn, if you're not willing to play ball, if you're a greedy person, I always tell people, online forex trading is not for the greedy.
Okay.
Where you do this pata potea kind of thing. You need to have skill set. And to have that skill set, you must be willing to put in the work. And putting the work, you're putting the work in learning, in that process of learning. A lot of people don't want to spend time learning. A lot of people also, they don't want to spend money so that we can be able to learn the skill set. So I always ask, by the time you are where you are, you went through a process, the schooling process. Your parents paid school fees and all that stuff. And for you to be able to be who you are, you went through an educational, through the educational system from kindergarten, primary, to secondary, to high school, to university. You spent a considerable amount of time in school, say about 16, 18 years that was spent in the schooling system. But you find that somebody wants to come in, go to Madam Google or Mr. Google, or whatever it is that you want to call it, and want to learn how to trade within a week or within days. That is not practical and that is not possible. You must have the basics. You must spend time and money. So if you're going to rely on Google, you're not going to make it. You've got to spend money for you to gain the skill set. You've got to be disciplined. If you're greedy and you want the easy side of things, that's not going to work for you. So you must also have a winning mindset at all times. So if you have this voyeur kind of attitude, it simply doesn't work for you.
But you know, the voyeur mindset is the one that works for us in general, because when something gets difficult, you know, I say to people that failure is always an option. On that path, failure is always an option, because when you fall, you get up that extra time. They say if you fall 7 times, get up the 8th time. Why are we told to do this? It's because the lessons I have learned, as far as I have come, I need to stand up and apply the lessons. Otherwise, it was useless me falling down. Falling down is a pedestal that I need in life to take me up to the next level. But many people don't do that. So they basically want to do the voyeur. You know, that warrior attitude is the one of, it didn't work. Oh yeah, I don't have the skill set. Oh yeah, I don't have the money. And with everything that comes your way, this is the attitude that you have chosen. And that is why I'm talking about locus of control, Charity, because that is the external locus of control. That is somebody looking and saying, and blaming everybody. Do you know, when we watch, what comes to me clearly is when we are watching news, and you will find some of us, you know, Kenyans, we have peculiar habits. We are busy saying, tunaomba serikali, tunaomba serikali. And we're always asking the government to do something. And I'm asking you this simple question. That garbage that is outside your compound, is it the government that is going to come and clean it? Or is it you? At the end of the day, the locus of control, take control. Take control of things around you. So if you are going to choose an opportunity, and thank you so much for recognizing LMC and the birth of the life coaching and Tuesday Talks at 3 that came out of a calamity. Thank you so much for recognizing that. My journey has not been easy because I was more towards analog than I was towards digital and technology. But today, Charity, you can't catch me. In fact, I'm on a learning curve. If there's something that someone throws at me and I don't understand, I actually look it up, I research, I ask questions, I struggle with it. And would you believe there's one thing I'm struggling with to this day? And that is being able to take a whole recording and edit it down to 10, 15 minutes so that I could load it onto my YouTube. But that has not stopped me reading, and reading again and asking for help and being vulnerable enough here and now on this live broadcast to say I'm having a challenge, because that is another mindset, Charity, is asking for help. So the fact that you're talking about learning and people want to learn things overnight, they just want to be able to benefit. I love that mindset. You've got to be able to embrace a learning culture. And that is not only true for Forex trading. That's a mindset in life. So what other thing? I love the winning mindset. What other mindset, Charity, would you encourage us to have?
The other mindset that I would encourage everybody to have is just to keep your hope burning. In life, you go through a lot of failures, but we don't call them failures anymore. We call them opportunities to learn.
I love that.
Yes, there are opportunities for you to learn something different, learn something new. And once you fail, you learn how to do it better. So you will fail very many times, but then your success is subject to how you take up that failing moment. Do you look at it as the end of life, or do you look at it as the beginning of learning something different or the beginning of something new? So you will fail, and in life we fail. A lot of people will say that Forex trading is difficult. What is not difficult? Forex trading is a risk. What is not a risk? Even life itself is a risk. You don't know whether you're gonna be breathing the next minute. You don't know whether if you cross that road, you'll not be hit by a car or a bicycle and you're gone. So what is not a risk in life? So you must have a positive attitude towards everything, in terms of the trading that you're doing, in terms of your life. And for sure, there's something, if you don't have a stable mindset or a stable mind, you'll not be successful in Forex trading. You'll fail. You will fail.
The things that come to mind right now, Charity, are two in the description of mindset. And I'm looking at the abundance mindset vis-a-vis the scarcity mindset. Now, when you have an abundance mindset, you tend to believe that there's plenty for everybody. There's that, like the word you used, opportunity. There's opportunity to grow. When you're faced with a challenge, you want to be able to embrace it. And in this case, the calamities happened. We need to embrace change as opposed to fearing change. And I love that you're talking about life showing up as difficult and risky. It's life. So does that mean we stop breathing because life is difficult and risky? No, we jump in there and we learn. And where we need help, we ask for it. So you've talked about a mindset, a learning mindset. You've talked about a winning mindset. I'm just loving it. And there's that mindset that there's opportunities for us to grow, a positive mindset. And now in comparison, when we look at scarcity, Charity, right now you're sharing knowledge. That for me is an abundance mindset. Otherwise, if only you would then decide you're not sharing anything, then that would be a scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset where you don't want to offer any help. And that is sad when we choose in life to be able to go through with a scarcity mindset. We're missing out on so much. Again, the risk that you talk about, we need to embrace risk And then how can we apply it in our business or in our personal lives? So let's just sample some comments here. I can see the live has gone wild. Sally says, hi, Charity. Great to see you. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Sally. Hi. Oh, Charity, already online. Hey, Sally. Okay. And Sally says, sound not that clear. Oh, sound is not clear? Okay. All right. Oh, sorry about that. Charity says, hey, Sally, can you hear now? Nancy says, background noise, maybe television or people conversing. Oh, our apologies. Charity is actually, like I said, she's a woman of diversity. Eh? So where she is right now, she's actually at an exhibition, and we managed to get her to come and speak on Forex trading. So she's giving us some of her time here. So Charity, I'm not hearing any background noise as of now. I don't know whether you could just do a sound check and we see whether we can hear you. I'm sorry, guys, I wasn't aware that was going on. I was so engulfed in talking to Charity here. Charity, can you try and speak and
yes,
let's see?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Okay,
let's
great.
wait and see how the messages come up and how we can adjust. So my question to you is then, Charity, now that we know what is a fixed mindset or a scarcity mindset, and now that we know what is an abundance mindset and a growth mindset, how do we transition from our scarcity to abundance as we prime ourselves to, I don't know, to trade, because that's what we're talking about today. What, in your opinion, do we need to do to transition from scarcity to abundance?
I think it's just finding your purpose and deciding this is what you want to do and putting all your energies first and foremost in the learning process, because as I said earlier on, without the learning, the skill set, there's nothing you're doing. You will fail face flat. So I think for us to be able, and again, the perception that online forex trading is a scam should leave your mind at all. It's a business like any other business. In fact, every single bank, every insurance company, they all have treasury departments where they have traders who trade, and we trade on the same platforms they do. So is somebody trying to tell me that Absa Bank or Standard Chartered Bank, the fact that they have a treasury department that trades, are they engaging in a scam? The biggest traders are institutions like banks and governments and stuff like that. So we should remove that perception that forex trading is a scam. It's not a scam. It's a business like any other business. And what one needs to do is to invest in the learning process. Stop being lazy. A lot of people are lazy, but then there are also options for the people who don't have the time. Okay, you may not be lazy, but possibly don't have the time and you want to diversify on your income.
That's true.
It is what we call staking, whereby you can be able to put in money and you're earning 1.5% per day, Monday to Friday, which is not bad, because like most banks, within the year, if you put your money possibly in a savings account, you'll possibly get 6% per year or 8% per year. But here you're earning at least 25 to 30% per month, which is good again. But for now, we call ourselves Forex addicts. For Forex addicts like us, then we engage in the real trading. If I put in fact, let me just check. I put in a trade on Bitcoin yesterday. The other day, I think on Monday, I put in a trade on Monday. Last week, I closed it on Thursday and had made $700 without doing nothing. Yes, without doing anything much, and it's just that knowledge that I have gained along the way. Right now, I have another trade that is running, and I can hold this trade for as long as I want, So one needs to first learn the skill set and remove that perception that online forex trading is a scam. It's not a scam. It's a business like any other business.
Well, what I'm hearing, Charity, is that we need to know where we are right here and now. We need to take an audit of self. when it comes to opportunities. And therefore, the question was about how do we transition from scarcity to abundance in Charity's point of view. So what I'm hearing is that you need to know where you're at. And how do you know where you're at? Do your research. She's talked about ABSA, she's talked about Standard Chartered, she's talked about institutions that already are trading. And the question that she poses, are they engaging in scams? Of course, the answer is no. So your mindset, which was of scarcity, that it is a scam, then is challenged at this point, according to Charity's opinion. And you want to be able to see the opportunities. And in seeing the opportunities, you have a learning mindset. I mean, Charity has put it forward very clearly. What I am also hearing is that we need to stop comparing and do things ourselves. Have that locus of control, the internal locus of control. But Charity, you mentioned something. You said something about if perhaps you don't have time, there's the alternative of sticking. Did you say sticking like in a stick? What was that word you used?
Sticking.
Oh, staking. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Like staking a claim.
Yeah.
Okay. So in staking, because we don't have time, and at times this happens, just talking about revenues of streams does not mean that you don't have any running at the moment. You most probably do. And now you're thinking, whoa, here's another opportunity. I want to be able to optimize on this opportunity, but I don't have the time. My hands are so full with these other 4 or 5 streams of revenue. And I'm the perfectionist who wants to be able to get it right. So Charity is giving you an option. And I hope at the end of this, Charity, you will share with us your contacts. So I will just drop them right into the chat there on the Facebook chat so that we can be able to learn from you and know how to move forward. The other thing that I love about transitioning from scarcity mindset into an abundance mindset is affirmations. Now, whether it is an affirmation of speaking to self, saying that I am good enough, this is for me, I can do this, I can start something and finish. The affirmation that I say to myself before a mirror is very important. It gives me that fire to go through whatever diversity that I meet during the day, and I feel I cannot live up to it. Gives me a fire in my belly. And this is not only for Forex trading, this is just in life. And I do know that if you're able to go and Google affirmations, you'll also find affirmations that can shift your narrative from your own self-talk about things like Forex trading, which would be money and revenues. And then you'll be speaking like Charity. I mean, listen to what she said. In less than 5 days, she had put in some trade on Bitcoin, and she's looking at $700. Wouldn't we want that? I can lose $700 today, would do very well in my account. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that example, Charity. So let's focus on our growth. But enough of that. I would like us to just move on to how to trade, because I think that is what my guests are here, how to trade. And you've already started off with the learning, and we would like to know more about this learning. However, let's just move on. Sally says, Lucy, you are loud and clear. Oh, okay, we are still talking about the challenges of the sound, but I'm loud and clear, and I do hope that Charity is loud and clear now. And then Sally, you say one has to own whatever you're doing. Very true. You have to own whatever you're doing. It doesn't mean that because you own it, Sally, that things are going to be smooth sailing. Because you own it, you're owning the successes and the failures. You're owning the lessons. You're not pointing fingers. And if you're leaning more towards the external locus of control, then you're pointing fingers. Thank you so much for your comments, ladies and gentlemen. Charity, we want to know about how to trade. You've talked about learning culture. So how do I learn how to trade? Where do I start? I start with the objective that I want to make money. And you have wrapped me over my knuckles that money is not just made quickly like that, fast and furious like that. I need to put in the time. So how can I trade, Charity? Can you just give us some nuggets of how to trade? How are you trading?
You'd need go through a school, just like with every skill set that you learn, you must go to a school. So one is a school, two is a mentorship. You must have good mentors who are mentoring you. And three, you must have the right tools for you to be able to learn how to trade. So with the school comes the mentorship and also the tools on how to trade. You must be strategic. You must have your goals in place. You know that I want to grow my account with maybe 5% per day or 7% per day or 10% per day. And you have to have all that written down. So, you know, if you're setting up a goal, you must have your goals written down. You have to have affirmations. You have to have a good belief system. So all that comes into play. So it's just not about a matter of making money. There's more to making money. And for me, I would say that my journey has been a great journey, and my mentors have played a very big role in my success towards trading, and the affirmations as well. You know, they would say that women can't trade, women can't do this. You know, it's all nonsense. You know, once you set up your mind that I want to win in this, you will win in it. But if you go into it with some cold feet, you ain't gonna get anywhere. You see? So it's a schooling, it's a mentorship, it's affirmations, it's about having proper goals, and all that. Just like in any other business.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. This is literally business. You're talking about strategies. It sounds like we're talking about a business. You're talking about goals. You're talking about writing them down. You're talking about a belief system, and a belief system would be around core values. You know, what is it that you want to do? And in the beginning, we talked about discipline. Oh, yes, now I hear the background noise. I can actually hear it now. We're talking about discipline when we're coming to talk about core values. So yes, very important. It sounds like a business, and this is a business. However, Charity, if I'm going to trade, where do I start? Do I go to Uncle Google, or are there communities? Are there some communities that we can go to, online communities or subscriptions? Where do I start if I wanted to trade today? Where do I start?
I'm really sorry about the background noise. There's really nothing much I can do about it because I'm in a space whereby we have some people around. But anyway, when you want to learn how to trade, we have online communities, we have online classes. We trade together. We have sessions whereby we check out the market together, take trades together. So there's a good support structure that is already in place to help you win. And the great thing is that everybody wants everyone to win. So as a team, we always say the minimum that you should make at least per day is 5% per day, you know, and no bank will ever give you that, you know. So if you don't understand anything, again, within the community, you can call on anyone to come out and help you. But the classes, again, are online. So you don't, and there's this thing whereby you find people telling you, I can trade for you. Don't listen to that. My first big lesson is that, you know, I believed I was too busy. So I gave people money to trade for me. And I ended up losing 1.5 million, just like that, you know. And you really can't tell whether the person really lost money or, you know, whatever happened. So learn how to do it yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Learn how to do it yourself, because you might end up finding that this person has used your account and come back and given you some return, but is that 100% return? There'll always be that question. And anyway, for now, we want to be able to learn, which is a good thing. And we want to know how to go about it, Charity. So my question still remains there. How do I get in touch with these communities? Or is this information that you're going to be sharing with us on the Facebook page?
Yeah, that's information I can share on Facebook. Anybody can get in touch with me. I'll be able to take them through. They can attend a presentation. They can attend a session and see how we trade together as a team every day, Monday to to Friday, we have a session. We have at least 3 sessions per day. I can be able to take them through the school, and they can be able to see how the schooling is done, the live sessions. Yeah, it's all that. But as I said, again, you have to give it time. You have to put in time and the effort to learn. It's not a get rich quick kind of scheme going on. You've got to put in the work, yeah.
Yes. But just like in anything, Charity, you have to put in the work. Nothing good comes easy. And I always tell this story, and I'm always happy to repeat it. And some people who are on my show week on week have heard it so much that they could tell the story better than me now. And that is that I started off with a 21-day habit, and I did it every day. It was not easy. It was not easy, Charity. And that was me videoing myself on a 21-day habit, trying to get into that headspace that I can appear like this on a live broadcast. I would not have been able to do this 2 years ago. But because I put in the hard work, and there were days, Charity, when I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit. But I had these affirmations about a fixed mindset and these affirmations about a growth mindset. And I chose to take that thing of transitioning from a fixed to a growth. And I was there every day, videoing myself. And there were days when I was doing this video at some minutes to midnight, because I knew the day could not turn into a new day without having me done it. It was hard. It was so hard, but I did it. And after 21 days, on the 21st day, when I did that video, I did it very early in the morning, and I felt a sense of accomplishment. It's the hard work. And at the end of it, when you're done, you feel so fulfilled. So thank you so much for just sharing with us that we do need to do the hard work. It's not only in Forex trading. These are life lessons as we help to build one another. But then what should we avoid, Charity? What should we avoid? And why am I asking this question? Because I know we're talking about the mindset and that we should not be looking at things like they could be a scam. Life is difficult, it's risky, yet we wake up every day and we take that first step, that cup of tea, that decision to enter that lift, the decision to cross the road. We don't know whether we're going to make it, but we keep on moving forward. So we are moving forward, and there are certain statistics that at times can just throw us off track, and I'd love to know where the balance is. In Forex trading, the risk is high. This is what is said in statistics, and that it shows 70% of traders lose money and then quit. Now, this is me who has brought in my hard-earned money. I have believed in this system. I've gone and I've placed it. Where, in your opinion, is the balance, Charity? Where, in your opinion, is the balance? And before you answer, let's see. Boniface, karibu sana. Welcome to Tuesday Talks at 3. Nancy, you say this is so timely. Do it yourself. Yes, do it yourself, Nancy. Thank you so much for that. So Charity, where is the balance?
On my end, I would say that the first thing that you should get rid of is a fear. A lot of people are fearful that they're getting into a business that is risky. Like we said earlier on, there's nothing. Life doesn't give you any assurances anywhere. Even that job that you're holding, or even that somebody's in employment, the next minute the company is closed. You may lose your job anytime. There's nothing that is reassured in life. Anything could happen at any given time. So one is a fear factor. Get rid of the fear factor. Two, get rid of greed. And we always say, once you achieve your targets on a daily, get out of the market. Don't, you see, like when you look at things like people who want to amass a lot of wealth, they'll go to any limits, any heights. They will use unscrupulous ways of making the money just because they're greedy. So get the greed. And then again, I will not stop saying this: learn. You get mentorship. So don't think that you're the know-it-all. Learn from other people, and also be ready to help other people through the learning process. So be a giver, don't be a taker. Always, once you're a giver, the universe conspires to give it back to you. So Yeah, so learn, and give as much as you can, and
Yeah.
get rid of the greed, get rid of the fear, and you're good to go.
Yeah, yeah. Get rid of that fear, because then when there's fear, we're unable to transcend to the next level. Fear is your mind protecting you, because your mind wants you to stay in the known area. And that becomes your inner critic. It stops you from moving forward. If you procrastinate for whatever reason because you are so afraid of the fear. And I encourage you to use the fear as a stepping stone. That thing that you're afraid of, you need to go into negotiation with self. What is at the other end of that fear? Have a discussion with self, and you will find that once you transcend one level of fear and another level of fear, risk-taking becomes easier for you, and you begin to see the things that you are benefiting from when you take risks. So if you take risks, like Charity says, there's no assurances in life. It may fall flat on its face. Pick the lesson there and move on. So Charity, perhaps we went and put in some money in Forex and it did not work. It failed. So what I'm hearing from you is come back up and try again. Don't be greedy, and go and put in all the money that you have there and then move beyond your goals. I hear you talking about goals of 5% a day. Maybe I'm on a winning streak and I go into 10%. So I could be the one who is captured as a 70% statistic that ends up losing money and quitting. And that is the statistic that is then picked and shared on our research search engines. And then people are they don't want to go in for Forex trading. And for some of us, would rather be talking about it than doing something about it. The ones who are taking the risk then, and their voices are not as loud as the ones who are failing. Charity, am I on the right track here?
You are on the right track. I totally agree with you, Lucy. You are on the right track.
Fantastic. I mean, just thinking about it in life, if we don't take the risks in life, then life is really boring. You can have the same kind of food that you eat every day. You will never ever know. Your palate will never understand a new taste. And this is living life. We are here to live and experience life. So what is it that you are holding yourself back from today? What decision is that? You had Charity talk about goals and she's talking about Forex trading. I would be talking about just your life. What is it that you're holding back on from making a decision? Charity made a decision. She's gone in and she's got one additional revenue stream to enhance her income. What is your story? We still have a few more minutes as Charity is about to take us through her amazing takeaways. What have you done? Share with us. What is it that you're doing to bring in additional income? Or are you the external locus of control? Are you watching life going by as a victim? Are you watching life going by as a witness? We want you to be a creator. And the only way you can be a creator is either the internal locus of control, where you take charge, like Sally says, and you own it, or you're a moderate locus of control, where you know the things that you cannot control, but you're able to manage what is in front of you day by day. So let us be creators. Why don't you share your story with us? And even after this, we may be able to have the opportunity to continue this conversation and take it to the next level. We will wait to hear from you in what it is you want to do. So, are you a victim? Are you a witness? Or are you a creator? The choice is yours. Charity, the hour has come to an end and we would love to hear your takeaways. What are your takeaways when it looks at tech and life and Forex trading? What would you like to leave us with?
There are various things I'd like to leave you guys with. One, it's a great opportunity because everything you can do everything from anywhere you are in the world. It doesn't matter as long as you've got good internet, as long as you've got the prerequisite education, you're good to go. So you can work from anywhere. And that has helped me a lot because I'm able to spend much more time with my children now, like before, whereby you're forever traveling. So now I can travel with them and work from anywhere in the world.
So that is digital opportunities that you're talking about, Charity.
Yes, yeah, that's online trading. I can trade from anywhere. So for me, the first thing I always ask when I'm going somewhere is a good internet. That's all that matters. As long as it's internet, I am good to go. The second thing I'd like to leave you with is discipline. You must be disciplined, and with discipline comes in now integrity, comes in now greed and all that stuff. So you must have the right values for you to be successful. Successful in life, but also successful in online Forex trading. And I believe for any other business, you've got to be, disciplined. And last point is you must be focused. Yeah, so if you're not focused, you ain't gonna get anywhere. So you must be focused. So those are my 3 takeaways.
I love that. Yeah. So there you've heard it. You've heard it, guys. Digital opportunities. She's going all over the place with her gadgets, and she's just asking, for whether there's internet connectivity. I mean, even where she is right now, it's about internet connectivity. And unfortunately, today we have had a challenge with the internet connectivity, but this is our life today. We are living in this era of tech and life. And so we try our best to do the best that we have with the resources at hand. So your digital opportunities, wherever it is that you go, you can be able to make money as an additional revenue stream. And if you didn't know about it, then we will be dropping here contacts for Charity. Charity, you could be dropping them right away so that people can be contacting you. And she says there's a community. There's a community there, there's mentorship, there's a learning process that goes on. But guys, for you to do this, to be able to know this revenue income stream and to enhance your income, you must be able to put in the hard work. The hard work has to go in. So the digital opportunities can be there. It's there for everybody. But what kind of hard work, what kind of commitment, discipline, we talked about mindset in the beginning, are you putting in? You got to have the right values. And she kept on talking about greed, because once you are greedy, then things are not going to work. In that moment, they look like they're working out very well, but then they start to unravel very fast. And you become the statistic of Forex traders who are losing money and quitting, and not part of the statistic of Forex traders who are making money. She's given us a live situation that she was in, $700 like that. And she didn't have to do anything. That's what she says. But she put in the learning. She's part of the community. She is consistent. So there's hard work to this good thing, but you will be able to enhance your income. So your right value is important. Focus. Stay focused. Stay focused. Thank you so much, Charity, for joining us and for sharing with us your insights. Is there anything in parting that you would like to share with us?
I would like more women to be part of risk takers and be able to learn these great skill sets because it gives you the freedom to work from home, freedom to work from anywhere, and it also improves your lifestyle.
I like that. I like that. Freedom to work from anywhere. It improves our lifestyle. She's doing it. I mean, she's at a meeting right now at this exhibition. She's online. She's making money on the side. We don't even know what it is she's meeting about. But knowing Charity, she's on full throttle abundance mindset. She doesn't stop. We've come a long way with Charity. And she's always coming up with these new ideas and staying true to them and converting them. And then she doesn't keep it to herself. Charity shares. That's why I'm saying it's an abundance mindset. So what is your mindset, dear audience? What is your mindset? Is there something that you know that you're keeping to yourself? What is it that you can teach the world, share with the world? Now today, you know, it is part of the abundance mindset. Yeah. She's the epitome of embracing change and taking on risks. I've never known Charity not to take on risks. And if it doesn't work, she takes her lessons and moves on. She takes her lessons and move on. So Charity, I want to thank you so much for coming back on Tuesday Talks at 3 and sharing with us your nuggets. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Lucy. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me again. And I'll be willing to teach you some more.
Yes, we have learned a lot. And I can see here, Sally Haveri says, oops, unstable internet. Pole sana, Sally. I do hope that you're back on successfully and that your internet is doing well. Sheila, oh, good to see you, Sheila. So you say, so grateful for this frank talk about the opportunities available. You're most welcome. Charity has just dropped her contacts there. Nancy says, you have spoken to me. Oh, and you know what? There I rest my case. That we have spoken to you today, we have helped to build somebody. Just a statement like that is so important. So what stories do you have to tell, ladies and gentlemen, that can help people to grow? Today, we have talked about Forex trading and the opportunities, and we've seen it's about business, about life. Life is difficult and full of risks, but we still get up every morning and live life. So why don't we take on tech? And now even make money while we are at it. Mary Gashanja, oh, Mary Gashanja, you're here. Great to see you. So thank you, Charity. Please share your contact. And yes, she has already shared her contact there. Asante sana. Charity says, no shortcuts. No shortcuts. Abundance mindset. This is it. And that is very true. So thank you so much. Also, Sally says thank you, and Kavi says thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's session of Forex trading in our Tech and Life March. And I urge you to take full opportunity of the technology around you. Take it. I mean, the first session that we had this month was about artificial intelligence. And I do hope the lessons learned there from Joanne Messia of Tech Africa, that you will be able to have gaming with your children in a way to introduce them to artificial intelligence so that they have that culture. And you've already given them a step up for them to learn how to use another way to get a revenue income stream, artificial intelligence. We then moved on to digital marketing and how to leverage our businesses in this way. And the lessons that you are learning are great, and I'm learning them too. So let us take full opportunity of technology around us to enhance our personal and our business life. So remember, guys, to like our pages so that you can be part of this community. And we're going to let Charity go now. I'm just going to ask you, please, to help build one another. And until we meet next week, where we're going to have an equally compelling speaker, I would love you to please be kind to yourselves. Bye-bye now.